Hi, this is Miss Melinda. Welcome to Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. How are all my subscribers doing out there? I think I'm about to bust 800 subscribers in just 3.5, 4 months. So we're doing beautifully, gang. Just keep watching all my videos and we can keep buying new diva costumes, and I can keep doing research, working real hard to create my classes for you. So, of course, we are still in a biology class, okay? So we're starting something new in biology. So I will start right now. We're going to get down to business while it's nice and quiet. Okay, so biology class. This is Miss Melinda. And all you new fans and students, hit my subscribe button and my like button. Join the party and have fun. And the diva costumes are just half the fun, part of the party. And you get to be educated. So who's all ready to get educated? Come on, everybody, raise your hands. Me. I'm ready to get educated. In what? Biology. We're ready to get educated in biology. Okay, so here we go. Balancing the body to maintain homeostasis, okay? To help you understand how homeostasis works, think of the body like a heating and cooling system, period. You determine the desired set point by setting the thermostat, and the thermostat measures the temperature of the room. Follow me so far? Okay, hang in there with me. This is going to be a real short class because I was really tired today. I had to pull myself up and finish up my notes and get out here, and I want to go to bed early tonight. Yeah, YouTube a movie, get a hot cocoa, and get under those blankies. Okay, you determine the desired set point by setting the thermostat, and the thermostat measures the temperature of the room, period. If the temperature of the room higher than the desired set point, the thermostat sends signals to turn off the cooling system. Oh, you can't be right behind me, John. I'm recording, okay? You can't be, Okay, you gotta go to the right towards the machines because you're in the background. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay, if the temperature of the room higher than the desired set point, the thermostat sends signals to turn off the cooling system, just like your body. Okay, just like your body. The heating system has a mechanism for measuring the change in the variable. Okay, in this case, temperature. Okay. Next page. So, biology class continuing. And then responding to that change by turning on the heating and cooling systems, okay? As you study the human body's organ systems, you can expect to encounter many examples of homeostatic control and negative feedback, period. Although the details of each control system are different, they all have the same three components, okay? A receptor, the receptor measures changes in the variable, such as blood pressure, body temperature, or heart rate, and sends info to the control center, okay? To return to blood glucose example, B cells in your pancreas of receptors that detect the rise in blood glucose after you digest a meal. I had a new marker and I got really neat sprinting tonight. Okay. So, continuing balancing the body to maintain homeostasis, continue. A control center. So there's three main things. Now we're on the second one, and it's a control center, colon. Okay. So, the control center can be a neuron or gland, so long as it processes the info, initiates a response to keep the variable when it's normal range, and sends the response to an effector, period. Your, let's see, where would we just go? To your effector, period. Your pancreas is the control center that processes info about blood glucose, period. When blood glucose rises, the B cells release insulin into your blood. I feel like studying biology and teaching it. We're learning to be doctors. I didn't know biology would be so much like that. Okay, an effector is the third one, okay? So the third one is an effector, colon. And it's often a muscle or a gland. An effector carries out the body's response, period. Okay? Okay. Muscle, fat, and liver cells, I think that's liver cells, throughout the body respond to the insulin signal. Okay. So, by increasing their uptake of glucose from the blood, period. Okay. An effector, often a muscle or a gland. An effector carries out the body's response, period. Muscle, comma, fat, and liver cells throughout the body respond to the insulin signal by increasing their uptake of glucose from the blood. Okay? Are you guys with me? Come on, you staying with me? We've only got about 6 more pages. It's a short class. Then you could go out and do whatever you want. Okay. So, homeostasis doesn't keep conditions in the body exactly the same all the time, period. The set point for a variable can change depending on the situation the organism is in. Your body temperature, for example, changes throughout the day. What does that say? It may drop low while you sleep, or it may be high when you exercise. So you see, homeostasis keeps your internal environmental within a particular ideal range, but it doesn't keep it rigidly fixed at one point. But it doesn't keep it rigidly fixed at one point. Okay? Okay, concentrate, guys. Stay with me. It's almost over. Okay, getting the message across, plasma membranes. This is like a new label, but it's all underneath, where I started. Not the other classes. I just mean this class. Okay. Getting the message across, plasma membranes. Okay? Cells communicate with other cells, with tissues, and with organs. This communication is vital to the integration of all-time body systems and to the maintenance of homeostasis. The plasma membranes of cells separate them from their environment, maintaining a delicate balance between the outside and the inside of the cell. Okay? Okay. In complex, multicellular organisms. Wait a minute. Organisms. Okay, I've never heard it like that. They're not saying organs, it's organisms. In complex multicellular organisms, such as humans, okay? That one we know. We know who's human, right? Us. Okay, such as humans. Each cell has a specialized function, period. The function of the entire organism depends upon the... Only a few more pages, you staying with me, guys? Depends upon the, what is that word? Coordinating. Okay. Depends upon the coordinating functioning of all the cells within the body. Okay? Did you guys get that? Maybe I should say that one sentence. I got a little bit of a runny nose. Okay. The function of the entire organism depends upon the coordinating functioning of all the cells within the body. Okay? Signals are received by cells at the plasma membrane and then passed inside the cell by a process called signal transduction, which I've never heard of, but that's a new label for us. I'll get it. I started actually this morning and maybe yesterday on the first 3 biology classes. Well, I just happened to go to 3. So I'm getting all the words. I'm listening to my whole audio visual for biology class 3, and I'm writing down the words that we, might not know the definition to, and I'm gonna, Microsoft that the definitions, and I will write that out, and that'll be a class, like maybe 3 biology, all the words we need in those 3, and then we'll do more. Okay. Oh, my nose is running. Signals, okay, so signals are received by cells at the plasma membrane and then passed inside the cell by a process called, quote, signal transduction. I will get back on that one, don't you worry. But this is, I'm not sure which class this is, but it's around like 11 or 12, something like that, maybe 13. I'm real confused. The biology classes are all mumble jumble. So for all you new fans and students out there, subscribe and come on and join aboard our biology class. I'm going to teach the whole book. Yeah. Jump in, and what y'all can do, old subscribers too, you can watch all the new uploads. Have fun with that. Watch them over and over and have fun. Then you go and you stay with biology class, and you go and you find biology class 1. And then you got to look and watch it a few times. And then you got to go to biology class 2 and 3, all the way through to 10, 11, 12. But they're going to be mumbo jumbo, but up at the top, because they're the most recently filmed and uploaded, Okay. Signals are received by cells at the plasma membrane and then passed inside the cell by a process called signal transduction. Okay, 3 main events happen during signal transduction. Fascinating. Okay, just a couple more pages. Oh yeah, we only got 2 more pages. You guys all with me? This is going to be it. 2 more pages. So, this is another one called reception, colon. A signal arrives at the plasma membrane of a cell and binds to a receptor in the plasma membrane, period. The receptor in the plasma membrane changes in response to the signal, period. Signaling molecules that bind to receptors are called ligands, L-I-GANDS, G-A-N-D-S, ligands. Signaling molecules that bind to receptors are called ligands, L-I-G-A-N-D-S, period. Each ligand binds specifically to its unique receptor. So cellular responses to each signal are very specific. So cellular responses to each signal are very specific. Last page, guys. You with me? You listening? Then we can have some little quick chat. Then I'm going to bed early. Yeah, I'm really tired today, guys. Okay, but I thought I had a smash hit costume, a beautiful Hollywood diva costume that I pulled out of my hat, like a rabbit out of my hat. My ribbon bow even matches. These are suede. These are suede strings. Yeah, you can't tell. It's suede strings with denim, see? And the ribbon bow, satin bow, matches the suede perfectly, doesn't it? Yes, okay. Last page, transduction. Oh, I guess we're going to get a little definition of transduction, so you don't have to wait. Okay, colon. The receptor interacts with the messenger molecule inside the cell that receives the signal and changes in response, period. The messenger molecule may interact with other messenger molecules to relay the signal through the cell, okay? Just watch these over and over. You can jump around. I want you to mostly stay with biology, but as you're on board and you subscribe, watch at your own convenience. I'm not pushing you to push yourself. I want you to have fun and enjoy it. So if I don't feel like it tonight, don't do it. But once you do a lot of biology, hop around. We got 3 main classes for all you new fans, subscribers, and students and viewers. So we have, first I taught the judicial system. It's like Supreme Court judges and that, like some politics, which I don't talk politics, abortion, or, what's the other one? I don't discuss politics, religion. I don't discuss religion, politics, or abortion. Okay. There is one class where I had to go into the biology book, just teaching you, like you can believe in God, like this is a choice, or you could go the science way. And there's all kinds of things, and we don't get into that, but the biology book just taught you a little of both things for you to choose your own, you'll have a better way of choosing what you want to believe in. Okay, and that's all we're going to say about that. Okay, so that's in one of the earlier classes. One of the recent, not too early though, not too long ago. So, the transduction, the receptor interacts with a messenger molecule inside the cell that receives the signal and changes in response. The messenger molecule may interact with other messenger molecules to relay the signal through the cell, period. Response is another label, colon. An intracellular messenger interacts with a target protein that causes a change in the behavior of the cell. Interesting. Okay. And the change in behavior is often the result of changes in gene expression. Okay, and that's all I have for tonight. But there will be a lot more about this class. Eventually I will get to this class and look up the words that we might not know and didn't get the definition. If there's any, this one kind of seemed like they gave you the definition, except for, I don't know, there might have been 1 or 2 words that they didn't give us a definition, but not much more than that in this class. So yeah, how are you guys all doing out there? Okay, what night is this? Tuesday night. So this is when Monday's over with, so you're feeling like you're getting a little back on track. And then, tomorrow's hump day. So you're like, well, most of you, those of you, who work a typical 9 to 5, Monday through Friday job, maybe Saturday or something. This is, it's hump day, and you're like, oh, we're halfway there. You always feel some relief on hump day when you're at work. And then, in 2 days, it'll be Friday night. And, hey, we could go out to dinner. We can go bowling. We can go to a movie. We could take the kids out to dinner. We could take the kids here. We could take the kids there. We could go to all downtown Chicago or whatever city and state or country you live in. You go out and go to some, festivals, some outside events, to get outside, go to some different outside, like we have in Chicago, a Taste of Chicago. You could go to that. I think that's in July. And there's just all kinds. We have an air show. Most people, a lot of people probably have air shows. Like in the United States, maybe every state has an air show, Ours is over Lake Michigan. I've been on a boat, 2 different boats, 2 different times to see. My dad took us to the air show on his boat in Lake Michigan. We sat there right by Lakeshore Drive. And then a friend, my ex-boyfriend, took us on a cigarette race boat on Lake Michigan and watched the air show. I got a picture of it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, guys, I really enjoyed seeing y'all tonight. I love all my subscribers. And those of you who haven't subscribed, if you subscribe, I will smile. See? Like this. And what do you see? Bright white teeth. When I'm talking, nobody ever gets to see my pretty white bright teeth. They're permanent roots and permanent teeth. They don't come out. They're grown into my gums. And see how bright white they are? Well, you'll get to see me smile if you subscribe and hit my like button tonight. I'm looking forward to you guys. All you newcomers, come on and go into my other videos. You will be shocked. I'll go from one subject to another. So if you go into a video and you say, oh, I don't like that subject she's talking about, well, stick around, because 10 minutes later, even though I'm teaching like in my biology class, I talk spontaneously, but I'm very smart. That's why it's called Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. Okay? So, you do as much of biology, you do all. I want you to, whenever you get new day or 2 uploads, watch those first and have a ball. Watch them over and over and have fun. And then you go to Biology 1. So we have 3 classes are like the main thing, but I teach a whole bunch more. And it'll keep getting more. I'm going to be teaching until I physically or mentally am not able to anymore. Okay? I love this job. I love teaching people who don't have the money to go to college and their country doesn't have financial aid, or Pell Grants and all that stuff, It makes me feel good if I'm teaching people that don't have access to a good education as far as after they get out of high school, So I'm assuming I'm teaching people from any age and up, Well, I try not to swear, but once in a while I might swear, so so kids maybe under 12, but I don't know. I see on TV kids swearing all the time. Yeah, I see kids swearing all the time. Yeah, there was an episode with that parent, what was it? Married with Children, Kelly. So in an episode of Married with Children with Kelly, she and her girlfriend in the episode must have called each other a slut at least 30 times throughout the entire, what is it, a 1-hour episode? I don't think it's just a half hour. I think it's a whole hour. And they were like, you slut, and they were saying that word throughout the whole episode, right? And normal dinner, when mom's cooking dinner, we're sitting there watching family TV, and they're saying that word throughout the entire episode. And I've seen little kids, boys, swear, like worse swear, We don't have to say all the dirty words. But, so basically, I was afraid at first to have for kids, because I'm like, well, what if there's one thing, maybe like, I could get in trouble, Like, you let these kids hear this or something, I don't know. Like if you could get arrested but I know there's a robot that's reading everything I'm saying. And it keeps telling me, we'll let you know when you're eligible and apply now when we tell you you're eligible. So I think if any of my videos had anything that was too much for YouTube to handle, which mine would never be, I only, so I have 3 classes. First I taught the judicial system, then the trials. It turned up all the law classes into one big class called the trials, and now biology. But we're taking a break from all that. And phonetics was our first class in linguistics, but that went bananas because every time I looked up a word, there was 20 more words to look up in phonetics. So we're taking a break, but we will come back to linguistics and all the words, okay? It's getting too loud in here, so I'm going to let y'all go. Check out all my videos. See here? Can you say you're going to subscribe for Miss Melinda? See, I'm smiling. If you subscribe for Miss Melinda, see, you get to see my white teeth. Hello, how are you? Life's like a box of chocolates. When you're in Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva show, you never know what you're going to get. Subscribe and go check out. I got neurology in there. I got neuroterminology. Yeah, I got everything. And we will get back to linguistics. Everybody loves linguistics. We will get back. It has 4 main words, and then it has specific branches. And then for specific branches, there's a whole bunch more rhetoric to learn. But I'm going to take you, when I go back to the linguistics, I'm going to take you, especially when we get to the specific branches, and there's a lot more rhetoric. I'm going to take it a step farther than the dictionary. I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling, and this is what I think about this rhetoric, okay? And it's very educational, and you'll be able to judge for yourself my opinion. And I know you're going to like it because it's just very common sense what I will say. It's just something you might not think of on your own, so I'm going to teach it. So we'll be learning a lot in linguistics, but it's going to be a long time. Okay. I love all you guys. Please subscribe. I love my fans. I love my students. I love my subscribers. Please give me some activity in all 56 videos. Just 5 minutes, jump in there. Once a week in a different class from the very, very beginning. The very beginning is every bit as good as now is this video. Jump around and have some fun. I love you guys. Okay, have a good night. Good night. Bye-bye. I'm going and getting a cocoa and climbing under the blankets and YouTubing a movie. Okay, good night, guys.